is Darlene and I have Parkinson's. Well, this is a strange time for me making a video. It's the middle of the night, but I didn't have a video that was supposed to be uploaded today, and I just felt a little bit bad that I hadn't done that, and I was not sleeping. So I thought, well, I'm going to just see if I can make a video. I'm not moving very good, kind of frozen up in one spot. So I'll just talk and hope that I make some sense because my brain is a bit jumbled. Today was a good day. I finished most of the things I wanted to finish in the room. I've got a couple of small things left to do. They are very minor, so they won't take long tomorrow. Just adjusting a couple of things and then sweeping up the floor. And Claudine was very good and helped most of the way around all the things. We got a new way of holding. I have like a small incontinence sheet or whatever to put on the bed to protect the mattress. And I've got that on the bed, and I had no way of really securing it. It was kind of moving all around the bed. So we found a twin sheet, a fitted twin sheet that has a mattress protector built into it. So I just put that on top of the other pad, and it holds it in place, and voila, everything's protected. Can't beat that. So we did that. Let's see, for supper we had leftovers. Still had leftover rotisserie chicken, so I had that on the last part of my Asian salad. It was very good. I enjoy that. I enjoy having salad at dinner time. Salad and soup are one of my favorites. I have the stuff left over from, not Thanksgiving. Was it Thanksgiving? Maybe it was Thanksgiving, where we had, no, I can't remember. When we had ham, I think maybe it might have been Thanksgiving. Anyway, we had ham, and we've kept the bone and whatnot. Claudine cut up a bunch of the leftover ham and put it all in a bag. So I was going to make some pea soup. Now I'm having real problems with my hands, I told you, so therefore making the pea soup might be difficult, but there's very few ingredients and it's quite easy to do. So I'm thinking that as long as I had a little bit of supervision, maybe some help with cutting the onion, I could get it in the pot. So I said to Claudine today, I said, do you like pea soup? She goes, not really. Oh dear, because I'll have a good sized pot of it. But the thing is, Bill and I both love it, so we'll have it for supper and lunch one day, and then like supper one day, lunch the next day. And I said, then I will freeze up into containers that are size for two, and I'll freeze it up, put it in the freezer, and go from that. I'm used to having things very well stocked. That's how I like to run my house. I don't buy a lot every time, but I keep it well stocked. Claudine is not used to that, and she says, we've got so much stuff here, Mom, like we have no room for things, right? And so she wants to use up some of the stuff, and then I keep talking about making more and putting it in the freezer. Just different ways of thinking of things, But anyway, I laughed about it. I said, here I was so excited about my pea soup. And she said, well, no, I'm not. I don't fuss about it much. But she did like the beef and onion that we had the other night that Becky had made. She did enjoy that. So I said, well, I maybe make some French onion one time because it freezes very well as well. So I might make that sometime. But I can't really do the whole dinners anymore, like the meat and potatoes and vegetables. That's very difficult. But if I buy the good potatoes that you don't need to peel, I can just cut them up, can of vegetables or frozen vegetables. That's easy. Maybe some roasted or pan-fried meat. That wouldn't be too hard. I don't trust myself so much in the kitchen anymore, though, because every time I stand up, I get a little bit weak in the knees. And let's face it, the countertops are not designed for someone who's sitting down, so therefore you would have to stand up. So I have to just think about things like right now when I'm numb in my feet and my hands, I couldn't do it. Like I'm in the living room and I couldn't even go to the fridge and get myself a can of soda or a glass of water or anything like that because I could never carry it back. I could just never do that. I could barely roll my wheelchair. I used to be able to just wheel all over in the wheelchair. I when my hands don't work and my feet don't work, I can't roll the wheelchair. So I said, I feel very much a burden when I'm like this. Now, when I do have some movement, then I can do those other things. and I do try to do them, but you never know which dose of medicine isn't going to work fully and which isn't. So you're careful when you plan things. Now tomorrow's going to be a very busy day for Claudine, not for me, but for Claudine, because she has to take me to the cast clinic. It's my time for my checkup from my hip and my wrist when I broke them. So they're going to check that they have healed all correctly and whatnot before they discharge me. And so that's one trip that we have to do. Then we'll barely get home, and she has to take Bill back to the lab to do some blood work and have some kind of a body scan X-ray or something, because the following day he has an appointment with his specialist, and he needs to have the results of those things. So we were planning on doing it all on Friday, forgetting that it was Remembrance Day and everything was closed. So she said it'll probably be very busy when she goes to the lab on Monday because they were closed on Friday, so there might be a bit of a wait. So it will be a long day for her, just sitting waiting for these things to go through. But we'll do that tomorrow. And then Tuesday, Bill will have his appointment, and then we'll be on with the rest of our week. I'm not sure what the rest of the week brings. And other than that, I have a couple of letters that I want to write now. When I say write, I can't write or whatnot, but I can dictate in to the tablet and have them type it up. But then I have to always be very careful and proofread because they mishear me and print wrong words and stuff. But I haven't figured out how to make it go from the programs that I know how to run to the computer and print it. So I tend to have to write it into this Notes, Samsung Notes, but you can't print from Samsung Notes. So I have to sort of put it there, and then Claudine usually writes it out for me. But if it's a whole letter, then I think that what I'll have to do is maybe type it in an email form. Then we can just print it from the email and cut the letter part out and mail the letter part with the cards. So anyway, I've got a couple things to try and figure out that ways. And my brain, I spent one whole day trying to figure that out, and I thought I had got it. Somehow I put it up to the cloud, and then the cloud would allow me to print it from there. But I don't understand this cloud thing at all. And so therefore I had no idea how to retrieve it. And then it said, download this other program and open it in this other thing. And I said, Claudia, I'm so confused. I don't know what I'm doing. So I said, I'm just not going to do that. Like, so for me, who makes lists all the time, we decided that I would just make lists on the Samsung Notes that I know how to do, and she'll copy it over, or I will just open it in on my tablet to see the list. I won't have to have the written list with me, and if I need to, she'll write down what portion of the list I need. Let's face it, I mean, what have I got? I got like a to-do list, which has very few things on it, and then a to-buy list, which if we need groceries or of some kind, I just write it down, and then we don't forget it. But I have all these brilliant thoughts at nighttime, and then I get up in the morning and don't know what I was supposed to put on my list. So we'll see if now that I'm up tonight, whether any brilliant thoughts come to me. I have rather doubt it. Anyway, that's it for tonight. I just wanted to, I'm a little bit later than normal for posting. I'm just going to post it straight from here up. So when you see it, you'll know that I was actually not sleeping in the middle of the night. So hopefully, let's see, what time is it? It's 1:21. So I'm hoping that I'll have this all posted by 1:30. And with any luck at all, at 2 o'clock, I'll be so tired I'll be able to go to bed and go to sleep. Here's hoping. See you all tomorrow.